This
Using
conference
access
will
code
now
of
be recorded.
284-374-573. Could I have a roll call again, please?
Could you provide the access code for the server?
All members are accounted for, Jeff. We're good.
Okay. Okay.
Cindy,
So-
you wanted Marla to share?
Right, I think in order for her to do that, since Jeff is the organizer and presenter of this meeting, he needs to give Marla those privileges. So if you're familiar with to elevate Marla, then she can have the option to screen share, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine if we can pull it up and make it happen. Yeah.
Well, because you called it and you're the presenter, can you elevate Marla's status?
I'm not sure how to do that. I don't know how to do that.
I like the sound of it. I can text Randy and ask him.
I don't know how to do that I just have my cell phone hooked up. I don't have my iPad hooked up.
There's probably
Marla, can you work?
within on your phone at the go to meet. If you select on people and you select Marla's name, is there a way to elevate her? And if not, we'll just continue and then maybe Randy will respond.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Dave.
There's Dave.
He's upside down.
What is that?
My left arm.
Oh, God.
I had surgery on Tuesday.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, my.
Yeah, I'm not, I'm hitting all my little icons and I'm not getting anything to elevate her on that. Does everybody have a copy of the hard copy of the budget where we left off?
Yes.
I'm good.
Yes.
I was using my computer.
I mean, I can shoot it to everyone by email real quick.
That's okay. Let's just continue.
Okay.
Okay, so there were two action items that were addressed for follow-up at the last board meeting. The first one was that the board had requested a specific breakdown of Lakeview Fitness Center operations. So what we did is, with the detail, it's in your packet. You can see that spreadsheet that's entitled Lakeview Fitness Center Breakdown. You can see all the expenditures by name in the far left column. And then there's a total on that. And then we broke it out for what that total and how it separates between the two major entities within the Lakeview Center that are related to fitness, and that's fitness and aquatics. We completely pulled out everything related to childcare. And then so you've got your running totals there, and you can see at the bottom, we footnoted how we broke that out in terms of percentages of expenditures that are allocated to each of those line items. So for example, when you look at the first item of full-time maintenance of the 51,400, it's broken out in terms of how much maintenance is spent in fitness, how much is in aquatics, and then we just left the childcare. So when you look at bottom line for the question that was asked at the last workshop was, what are we looking at just if we separated out the fitness component and not include childcare? You can see fitness actually after the rev and expense summation that we're still netting about 16,500. Now, once you add in the aquatics component, you can see where that number adjusts to a loss of 154,000. So that gives you that kind of billable breakdown, and you can see when you look through a lot of that, water, sewer, custodial, all the utilities, and then we do add a good portion of the cleaning service in there as well. That's what eats up that number. Now, on the flip side, if you did add childcare back in, that's, obviously that helps us a little bit. But that's in essence the breakdown of where we're at today with this. Now, our projected year end for Lakeview, now is going to be a little different with everything that's happened in the last, few weeks. But our numbers, as we've seen over the last 4 to 5 years, are slowly getting us back to at least a better number where we were when, year 2 or year 3, where we were losing 300 to 400,000 a year, and now we're under that 6-figure number quite considerably. Now that's going to change obviously with the shutdown. Then the second part. Any questions on that, or do you want me to go right into the recreation, Dave?
So I do have a question. So
Sure.
Is there a reason why we didn't add the third column of childcare so we see what the whole building was? The aquatics, the childcare, and then we had the total?
I didn't. I have that. I can certainly give that. I can certainly shoot that to you. I didn't include it just because I wanted to just keep it real with just fitness and aquatics.
Well, I
But
think
I
if
can-
we're evaluating the whole Lakeview Fitness Center and that includes it, it's nice to know which area are we really hurting on and to kind of look at those numbers to see it all in one spot, I guess.
Sure. Yeah. Let me see. I got it right here.
Yeah, essentially what it comes down to is the pool's killing us.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And pools will always kill you.
Just a reminder about the pool, the only revenue you're seeing there is like from swim team swim lessons. Even though members use the pool, we don't allocate a part of the membership to the pool. It's a little hard to do because you don't know which ones don't. So it makes the pool look worse than it is.
So technically, we could make a percentage of membership added to pool. A small percentage.
Yeah, you could take an average of 10%, allocate 10%.
So I just emailed you all the breakdown that includes that. It's the same spreadsheet you have here with the Lakeview Fitness, but it has another column for childcare, so you can see what that does in terms of the total on everything. It might take a minute before you get it, but you can pull it up. So it's in. There's 2 separate spreadsheets that you'll get. There's a Lakeview Fitness and Aquatics, and then the second part is the child care. Everybody get it? Do you have it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
So that number there, is going to show. It's going to show a net surplus of 63,000.
Wait a minute.
That's just childcare. That doesn't get added to the total. So if you took, in essence, now you're showing childcare with everything is showing a net surplus of 63,387.
Right.
Now take that number against the 154.8, which is fitness and aquatics combined, and that would give you your net for the entire fund at Lakeview. So it's about a $90,000 loss is what we're projecting.
There's no way, and Jim, I'm going to lean on you on this. From an aquatic standpoint, it is what it is, right?
And pools are sinkholes, indoor or outdoor. I mean, you'd have to have, probably 500 or 600 people a day swimming in that pool to break even. I mean, it's just there's just so much that's involved in upkeep. It's just, they're expensive.
Well, I do think taking a percentage of the revenue from Lakeview Fitness to the pool could be done just to make it look a little bit better.
I don't
Because
disagree with that.
I do think there's a percentage of our members who are members because of the pool and the sauna and all that amenities. So I think to give it a little more credibility and maybe not make it look so bad, we could do that if you guys want.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I thought we did this. I thought we did this mainly just to get a general idea. Not that I don't think we should adjust it, but I'm not sure we need to spend a ton of time on it because I thought this was just to give us a general idea of where the money was coming and where the money was going, broken down a little more.
Yeah, how it's allocated is irrelevant because we know what the bottom line of the facility is.
I would agree that it's more important, especially for the general public. It's the bottom line that we're looking at. I think it's more internally for us to know where maybe we can try something different. I don't know what it is, but you're knowing where the big loss is. I don't think it's to anybody.
All right. Any other questions on that?
Except for the aquatics, there's no allocation for cleaning services.
No,
No allocation for cleaning services?
no,
Yeah.
they don't do, we don't have them do anything in that. That's all done internal.
Now, I like the way this, is broken down. It gives you an idea where the deficit really comes from.
Cindy, you good?
Yeah. Yes.
All right, Jeff, next item.
Sure. That's the recreation fund breakdown. Tom, I'm going to turn this over to you. You were the one spearheading this effort.
Yeah, this again was comparing, the directive was comparing the 18-19 actual appropriations, the bottom line, to what we were budgeting. And because there was a drop of $142,000. And while there are a lot of a program here and a program there that go up or go down in surplus or deficit, we just highlighted the primary differences, which are mainly staff wages, covering a 3-year span. A couple of key programs we identified that dropped in revenue, 2 camps. But I think, as you can see, if you combine the top 2 lines, about 128,000 of that difference was related to wages. I don't know if Marla has anything else to add to that.
Thoughts?
I'm sorry, I have a question, and it's probably silly, but you're talking, why is there a negative expense for the administration?
I can explain that. It's not
Okay.
really a question at all because it's a little hard to look at it on here because general is a department, and the general department for recreation 0200 includes revenue, includes property taxes. So you have some revenue, some expenses, and then you have a bottom line positive for that department, but it has gone down, so expenses have gone up. But in administration, the second group there, that's a department with no revenue. So if there's no revenue, it's all expenses. So it's a negative balance that has just gotten worse. The expense has gone up, but that's why they look different. One department has revenue and the other one doesn't.
I see. Okay.
They're
And
both
one of the,
trending in the same direction. They both, there's an increase, but it's because this is a 3-year span, you're looking at increases in wages, increases in health insurance and benefits. So if you split it up over 3 years, it's not as significant.
and one of the major hits within the administration line item with wages was it was and is the minimum wage impact that we've seen over the last year and that we're projecting out for next year as well.
But that goes towards administration. Is most people in administration they're above
No.
the.
No,
There's
that was just, well, there are some part-time staff.
Part-time.
And then there's more part-time staff in the general because you have a lot of front staff that's part-time.
Right, that's where I would expect the minimum wage to hit us more with the general front desk and not so much administration.
Administration is always a higher number because we really have all of our highest paid employees in there. You have Jeff, you have me, you have.
I'm sorry,
Kathy.
you know what, wait, we're breaking up. Can you repeat?
I was just saying administration includes the district's highest paid employees. It includes Jeff's salary, it includes my salary, Debbie, Kathy, Cheryl. So that is a big number because we have a lot of long-term higher paid employees in that program.
I'm sorry, maybe it's just me. You broke up a little bit, but it's more because there's more people and other things, not so much minimum wage is the reason that is a bigger difference.
In administration, there's more of a difference of the minimum wage in that first line item in the general.
Okay, exactly.
Yeah.
So the reason the other one is a bigger deficit, if it's not the minimum wage, I guess I didn't really hear it because I think you broke up. What is that reason?
So Cindy, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Jeff, can you hear
Yes.
me, Jeff?
Yes.
Okay, so what she was explaining was with the full-time component in that line item, it's over a 3-year span. So when you take the staff members that are being allocated out of that, which is my salary, Marla's, Cheryl's, there's half a dozen other staff, they're at a little bit higher end. So you have increases from 2018-19 of whatever merit increases were permitted by the board in that year. Then you have 19-20, and now we've got 20-21. So you've got a 3-year span of, if the average of 3% was enacted in each of those years, that's going to compound, and that's going to drive that number a little bit higher.
Got it. Now
Okay.
I heard that. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
Any other questions?
I have one, but it doesn't have to do with this line item.
Go ahead.
With the situation that we're all in right now, obviously it's going to be a big impact on what our future projections are for the rest of this fiscal year. Have we factored those into this budget? As far as
No, Jim, we haven't. We know we're working on those numbers.
Okay.
It's probably going to be another week or so because it's pretty detailed. We have a
Sure.
base of what in terms of year-end projections. Now we've done that internally with a worst case scenario of taking us out through the end of the fiscal year. So,
Right.
Including all of April and all of May. But for us to change it from I just don't have a crystal ball. I don't think it's anything really necessary for us to say, let's change the budget when it's just such an unknown of what's going to happen come June when we start our fiscal year all throughout the rest of the year. I couldn't tell you with certainty, should we lower expenses? Should we lower revenue at 1%, 2%. I don't have those numbers that I can honestly provide to the board with a comfort zone that's going to be a right decision to do
Right,
at
and
this point.
I wasn't so much concerned about your budget request.
Mhm.
It was more about how this year's going to finish out. You know?
Yeah, well, we're working on those numbers for you, and I can tell you that certainly our big hits are going to be with Lakeview. Once again, depending on how long we're going to be shut down, our PALS program is going to take a hit, especially if the schools continue to extend out and staying shut. Our preschool program follows that, and our daycare. And those are your major revenue sources for the district. Now, initially, Tom and Joe and Marla and I ran those numbers today, actually over the last couple of days. And from a revenue standpoint, we're somewhere around, in terms of lost revenue, if we went through again May, we're almost about $700,000 in lost revenue. Now, with that comes all the expenditures that tie to that, and that's what we're still working on. And these are just big numbers. We're not getting into kind of all the detail of, okay, what if we shut down for 60 days? How much are we going to save on gas or electric or water? Those are details we're still trying to work on. We can get a pretty good estimate that we're going to be probably somewhere around 350 to 400,000 in terms of savings with expenditures, with those being down. So your net loss, at least from just a tabletop conversation right now, is probably about 300,000. And then if we were to open May 1st and get back into business for that number is going to get cut in half, because that's a 75 day. That's 2 weeks in March, and then the other 60 days to finish out the fiscal year.
Okay, just a question.
Yeah. So, I was on with Dave this afternoon to just share that with him, and I think we're getting through week 1 here of shutdown. And so, just from a comfort zone, I think we need at least another 7 to 10 days to kind of see where this thing's going to go, to be able to provide the board with a little bit better detail of our projected year-end losses.
During the shutdown period, are there some of the payroll expenses are they going to be made even though people are not working, to help the people that have been sent home?
Yeah. So right now, Bruce, we're just paying people through our prescribed shutdown of April 5th, and that's part-time and full-time. And then come April 6th, we haven't made that determination yet, what we're going to recommend to the board, but more than likely our part-time are going to, if we're still shut down, we're going to discontinue paying our part-time. And I think most of you have seen in the news that they have the ability to file for unemployment. They're making that available to them. We just have to figure out what we're going to do with full-time. And that's a conversation I'll have to have with the board as things advance.
So you said we're covering payroll through April 6th?
Correct.
Yes. Any other questions?
So Dave, there's still, we left off with the first budget workshop. We had about 7 or 8 pages remaining, and we left off on page 65. So I'm just leaving it open. Pages 66, which is all of it's Lakeview Fitness, goes through our child care, and then we get into our aquatics breakdown of FAC, and that pretty much completes most of the rest of the line item by line item that we went through the last workshop. So I'm happy to take any questions on those last several pages that we never got to from the last meeting.
Anyone have any questions regarding the last pages?
Well, again, we're not sure what's going to happen with the COVID-19, and so would our aquatics or pool change for what we do this year? I mean, I know it's too early to say, but I mean, that could have a major impact. Do we open this year? Do we do, you know, I don't know. I know no one knows, but do you
As I
think?
said, it's a crapshoot.
It is.
You're not going to, we usually open the pool about what, May?
We opened the pool Memorial Day weekend. Yeah, it's like the 24th or 25th, I think, of May. It's scheduled to open, but that we
Yeah,
just
we're not
opened the
gonna know
weekend,
anything
and then we
another
don't.
week or minimum.
Say
I'm
again,
sorry,
please.
what, Mike?
I just said, we're not going to know. I mean, it's like everything else. We're not going to know anything for another couple weeks. I mean, with
Exactly.
anything that we would decide right now, it would be a waste of breath, because until we have a further handle on the numbers, where the numbers go, where the curve goes, there's really, I don't think it's really even worth discussing, because until we know a little more, that's the end of May. My God, for right now, that's like 5 years from now. You know, when it comes to the data, you know, we don't know squat.
I agree. I don't think you're going to know anything till the end of April at the absolute earliest.
I agree that things change
Agree.
hour by hour, but my concern is making sure since we're on the budget topic, is that we make sure we're as conservative as possible, because we don't know what's happening. I don't know if there's anything more we need.
The reality of the pool is, if we don't open, we don't pay all the lifeguards, so this go way down. And as far as the issues themselves, I mean, just about everybody's talking the next 7 to 15 days are going to be the key. So that's why I said, you know, at the very least 2 weeks before we're going to even have an inkling.
Agree. Any other questions? Jim, were you coming through?
I said I agree with Mike. It's a complete crapshoot. I think we just have to go with what we have right now, and we'll play it by ear from ear when we get there.
Yeah, I think we are in absolute uncharted territory for any of us. And at this point, just take a breath, relax, wait till the end of this month, and start assessing forward. I think you wait another week, 10 days, and then you can start talking about what are the long-term prognostications. Easy for me to say. And then we go from there. That makes sense? Any other questions for anybody on this?
No.
Being no other questions, can I have a motion to adjourn?
So move.
Second? Roll call.
Commissioner Robbins,
Yes.
Commissioner Kessler,
Yes.
Commissioner Blue,
Yes.
Commissioner Moline,
Yes.
President Dorhoeffer.
Yes.
Hey, Dave, I want to add one thing, just for the record for the board. So we have until our next April board meeting, and we still have a public hearing after that before the budget and appropriation is adopted. So if there are any changes or any direction that the board would like to advance and see, we still got at least another 30 days roughly that we could look to move some things if necessary. So if that gives anybody any solace of, what's still to come with everything going on with COVID, we still have the ability to make some movement if necessary.
I appreciate that, Jeff. Thank
You're
you.
welcome. No problem. Yep.
All right. Does anybody need a bio break?
No.
That being said,
Let's
it
go.
is 6:50. This meeting is being conducted remotely per Executive Order 2020-07 in response to COVID-19. This meeting is accessible to the public via gotomeetings.com in the following formats: computer, tablet, or smartphone at https://global.gotomeetings.com/join/284-374573, or you may dial in via phone at 872-240-3412. Access code 284-374-573. With that being said, I'd like to call this meeting to order, the regular board meeting dated March 17th.
March
Roll call,
19th.
please.
March 19th.
March 19th.
Commissioner,
You said March 17th.
Oh, 19th. No, I said, okay, 19th.
Commissioner Maline,
Here.
Commissioner Robbins,
Here?
Commissioner Blue,
Present.
Commissioner Kessler,
Here.
President Dorhoeffer.
Here, the first item on the agenda is the omnibus vote agenda. Items under the omnibus vote agenda are considered routine and/or non-controversial and won't be approved by one motion. If a separate vote on any one item is desired, it will be pulled from the omnibus vote agenda and voted on separately. Items included in the omnibus vote agenda for this evening are the minutes of the special board meeting dated February 27th, 2020, minutes of the regular board meeting dated February 27th, 2020, and payables Les Granger and payroll through March 19, 2020. Could I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Discussion. I've just got one item for discussion. We can get rid of I am officially retired from Granger, so we can get rid of the Granger separate line item moving forward.
All right. Thank you for that, Dave. So noted.
Roll call?
Commissioner Blue,
Yes, and congratulations, Dave.
Thank you.
Commissioner
If you know of a
Maline,
job, let me know.
Yes.
Commissioner Kessler,
Yes.
Commissioner Robbins,
Yes.
President Dorhoeffer.
Yes, next item on the agenda is financial reports for the period ending February 29th, 2020. Marla, they are on file.
Yeah, Marla's jumped off. They're all good, Dave.
Okay. Next item on the agenda is welcome visitor and guests. Jeff, is there anyone that has joined the conversation?
No, there is not.
Okay. Next item on the agenda is unfinished business. Being as there is none, we will go to reports and communication. Commissioner and committee reports. We have nothing. So we'll go to new business. First item is the village request for Century Park, 4th of July and 16th through the 19th. And I've got a letter here from the village stating, in several months, Vernon Hills begins its summer events, starting with the 4th of July parade, fireworks, and evening entertainment. Traditionally, the Park District approves the use of Century Park for these activities so the Vernon Hills families and friends can join together for fun-filled events with activities, entertainment, and spectacular fireworks. The Vernon Hills 4th of July Parade Committee respectfully requests permission for use of New Century Park for the 4th of July festivities. The evening entertainment will be provided by the Vernon Hills Park District, followed by a spectacular fireworks display at 9:30. In addition, the village, along with Summer Celebration Committee, requests the use of Century Park to hold the annual summer celebration scheduled for Thursday, July 16th through Sunday, July 19th. Setup will start several days prior to the event, which will coordinate all efforts with you, as well as volunteers, the Public Works, and Police Department. As in years past, we anticipate a wonderful event for our community, and that is made possible by the government units for our village hardworking volunteers. I look forward to hearing from you in the near future. Sincerely, Mark Fleischauer, Village Manager. Could I have a motion to approve the use of the facility for the village?
So moved.
Cindy, so moved. Second?
Second.
Bruce, second. Roll call. Discussion? Roll call.
Commissioner Baloo,
Yes.
Commissioner Robbins,
Yes.
Commissioner Maline,
Yes.
Commissioner Kessler,
Yes.
President Dorhoeffer.
Yes, next item on the agenda is Resolution 01-20, display of tentative fiscal year 20/21 budget. Could I have a motion to approve the resolution?
So moved.
Second?
The dog seconded.
I don't have a dog.
Second.
We have a second. Mike seconded.
I'm sorry, can
So
you?
Jim, yeah,
Can you go
Dave,
through
Jim
that one?
seconded it. Right now I have Bruce made the motion and then Jim seconded it.
Got Jim second, okay.
Yep.
Discussion, roll call.
Commissioner Kessler,
Yes.
Commissioner Robbins,
Yes.
Commissioner Maline,
Yes.
Commissioner Baloo,
Yes.
President Dorhoeffer.
Yes, next item on the agenda for the last time is the W.W. Granger invoice payable. I do not have an amount for this.
It should be in your script, Dave, when you ask for a motion to approve.
I'm not seeing it in what I got, Jeff.
$313.32.
$313.32. Motion to approve?
So
So
moved.
moved.
Second?
Second.
Discussion, roll call.
Commissioner Robbins,
Yes.
Commissioner Maline,
Yes.
Commissioner Baloo,
Yes.
Commissioner Kessler,
Yes.
President Dorhoeffer.
Yes. Next item on the agenda, Commissioner comments. Commissioner Blue,
Nothing this evening.
Commissioner Maline,
Nothing.
Commissioner Robbins,
Everybody be safe and healthy.
Commissioner Kessler,
You know what Bruce said.
and myself, ditto to everything else. Be safe. Thank you all for joining us. It's a little bit unusual times. With that, could I have a motion to adjourn?
Nope.
Second? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Baloo,
Yes.
Commissioner Maline,
Yes.
Commissioner Robbins,
Yes.
Commissioner Kessler,
Yes.
President Dorhoeffer.
Yes, we are adjourned. Thank you all.
Okay, bye.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.
Bye-bye.